Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. It is the Halloween week of Screams this week. Today we'll be playing Garden State University Paranormal Club. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. ET will be a movie. We'll be watching The Addams Family 2019 on stream. That'll be through Watch Party, so hope to see you there. Thursday will be American Summer, as usual. Be a little Halloween special. Friday is a Game of Melancholy horror. We'll be playing Quietus. It'll be one-on-one, me and Capjack. And then Saturday night, a little later at 9 p.m. ET, will be The Addams Family 1991. All right, Kevin, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Nerdy. So, welcome to Garden State Paranormal Club, or Society Club. Club is better. The Garden State Paranormal Club we're going to be using generic Palladium. We actually used the OCC for Ordinary Person out of the Dead Rain, is it Dead Rain? Yeah, it's Dead Rain book.
Yeah, it was Dead Rain.
Yeah. So we're going to. It's set in modern day. So let's go around and give us your name and your major. All right. Let's start with Charlotte.
All right, yeah. I'm going to be playing Charlotte Taylor, and she is a photojournalism major.
All right, Raymond.
Hello, I'm Evan, and I'm going to be playing Raymond Kane, and he is a business major.
All right, Devin.
Hi, I'm Devin Bain. She is a pre-med student.
All right, and George.
I'm George Ming, and he is a communications major.
All right. So you are all attending Garden State University, a somewhat nice. It's a nice school. It's a decent school with a decent program. The sports teams are not huge. It is Garden State University. It's in New Jersey, in the Ewing area of New Jersey, and it is a major college, but it's got decent. The colleges by their sports teams. No one from the football team here has never gone to the Rose Bowl. It is so far away from that. Yeah. Now, it's a medium-sized school set in Ewing, so there's parts of it which are kind of nice and trees and it's up against a very more heavily populated urban section with a decent number of clubs. It's right next to Trenton, but it's also right next to large parts of towns which are mostly trees and a couple of people. Now, the Paranormal Club, is voluntary, and the advisor is Rebecca Lynn, Lynn, Professor Rebecca Lynn. She's the faculty advisor to this club. Not that it really needs a faculty advisor, but she's a faculty member that advises the club. Rebekka. Lynn, Lynn. She is a professor of mythology and religious studies with a focus on more recent religious movements and
like Scientology and stuff, like more recently.
Scientology would be part of one of the things. Also, the new Druidic movement that started in the 70s. The more...
Is that really? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
a lot of modern witchcraft have kind of congealed in the 70s.
Oh, okay. I do know about that.
And
I didn't know that it was Druidism. That's cool.
Well, different people call it different things. And it's kind of Druidism is a specific branch of it kind of thing. I don't remember. There's a couple of books that kind of separate themselves out, and her class would go into all about it.
Fair.
And so it is an elective class, but it's considered to be not a difficult elective. Her modern American religions, or roots of modern American religions, is the name of the class. Now, you are all part of the Garden State Paranormal Club. You've had a couple of meetings. You've watched a movie or two, as clubs do. You probably had like discussions and maybe had a speaker one time, and you did a fundraiser last semester. Or no, you'd still be in winter semester. So you are planning a fundraiser for closer to the holiday season, which is going to be selling wreaths and Yule logs. Now, does anyone want to be president, like club president or club secretary, or anyone want a position in the club? Because it's not just the four of you. There are other people in this club as well.
Maybe to like, because I need to practice like a logistics side of stuff. Maybe I'm like in charge of making sure that we have all the equipment that we're supposed to have, and like keeping the budget. Maybe
Treasurer, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's
I'll
not
be
a super hard job until the what you call it, fundraiser happens. In which case, kind of your ass.
Yeah.
Devin wants responsibility, but not too much. So she's the vice president.
Got it. All right. The president is going to be River Brandt. Brandt.
George could be in charge of social media with someone else.
You're basically
Okay,
called secretary, and basically you get told to keep notes at meetings, but it's up to you whether you do it or not. So the group has been told that you're going on an outing, and that. Sorry, I need to write down a thing so I remember it later. All right, so you're going on an outing, and you show up at 8 at the professor's office. Have snacks were not to be eat beforehand. Plans are to go to a diner after. It's New Jersey. There's a diner.
Oh yeah.
And so you all show up at the office, and the door is closed. And let's go around and see what we look like. Let's get some descriptions. Let's start with Charlotte.
Okay. Charlotte is wearing a turtle, like a fuzzy turtleneck. She has long blonde hair, I guess. Yeah, blonde hair. Probably just jeans and Converse shoes. Nothing special. Always has a camera either in her hand or slung over her neck.
Has she joined the school paper?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Raymond, what do you look like?
Raymond is kind of he's an athletic build kind of guy, wearing like a leather jacket and hoodie sort of combo, and just jeans and boots, that look comfortable. And I think I imagine his head is like shaved, and he's got actually a like a bandage on his nose and a black eye right now.
Gotcha.
But he's not bleeding or anything.
It looks somewhat like not a fresh injury.
No, not terribly. Yeah, I would say the bruise is probably like how they curl up and they're when they're healing, they're real ugly. That's
they get yellowish.
Like. Yeah, the yellowy greenish. Yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah.
All right, Devin.
So Devin has short brown hair, glasses, is wearing a like a turtleneck, and over that, an older bomber jacket. Has on like a skirt, not quite knee length, but it's a good length. Probably maybe plaid or something with tights underneath it and like some sort of boot, maybe a combat boot, maybe, something like that.
Gotcha. And George, what do you look like?
George is East Asian looking, short buzzed hair. He's got he's wearing athletic gear, warm up pants and a hoodie that's in the school's colors.
Like track pants?
Yeah. Um,
Or, well, what I think of as track pants, which are probably warm-up pants to other people.
he basically I put the picture on my character sheet. He basically looks like a young Daniel Wu. You know who that actor is?
Gotcha. I'm trying to think if I've... See, I recognize the picture, I just didn't recognize it from anything specific.
He was he was the main character of Into the Badlands.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love that show.
All right.
That show is so good.
So you're all standing in the hallway. You were told to be there. There's no light on in the office.
Huh.
The building isn't closed, but there doesn't seem to be many people around. There's a couple of night classes still going on.
Is there like a window in the door?
Yes, there is a kind of frosted glass window. It's hard to see through, but
And there's no lights on?
no lights on back there. There is a sign out front that says Dr. or Professor Rebecca Lynn.
I'll give
Is,
it a knock.
is the meeting just supposed to be the four of us or the whole club?
It's supposed to be whoever could make it. So there
Okay.
wasn't like a specific roster.
Is anybody else with us?
Just this group is there right now.
I'll give it the door knock.
As you knock, the door kind of opens a little and it is dark inside.
Oh. But the door does open?
Yeah, but not far. It doesn't like thrust itself open. But the door was not latched.
Hello? Professor Lin?
I want to turn on a light.
All right, as you reach in, make a save versus horror factor. You feel something cold and creepy.
Damn, all right, hold on.
Already.
We're starting this shit off already. Okay.
Also, do you go by Ray or Raymond?
Ray, probably. Ray, Raymond, Kane, whatever you want. Any of them really work. What do I roll the D20 or the D100 for this?
D20.
D20. Okay, good. I get +0.
No, we get +1.
You should get +1.
Yeah, at least.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on,
I was
let me make
looking
sure
at
that
horror factor. That would be
you
my
were
horror.
looking at if you had a horror factor, not
And I
if you.
Okay, so well then that's great. So my total is 3.
All right, your total is 3. You jump out of your skin
Ah, fuck, goddamn shit!
as you jump into the hallway, and you hear the sound of just a woman or a girl laughing at you. Inside is as the light turns on, you see that River, the club president, who is a African American girl with her hair isn't like super poofy. It's in like it's not that a full afro. It's pretty big, and she is just she's wearing a what looks to be a track jacket as well. She's a sprinter for the school, and she is laughing her ass off at you as her hand is very cold, but she grabbed your arm, and it made you jump.
Yeah, very funny, River. All right, real good. Yeah, you got me.
He goes, "Oh man, Professor Lin wasn't here, so I figured I'd spook whoever came in first.
Lucky me.
But yeah, but I kind of expected the professor to be here before me, and I don't know. On her desk there was an address.
Have you
this
tried calling her?
Yeah, it goes straight to voicemail.
No text?
Hasn't responded.
I want to go over to the desk, take out my phone, and type in the address, like on, you know how you would like
Yeah,
look at
you
a Google
search it,
Maps.
yeah.
So, yeah, and then see where it is.
All right. You type in the address. This is in the middle of not exactly nowhere nearby, but it's about a 25-minute drive deeper into the Pine Barrens. Actually, probably about a 40-minute drive south and into the Pine Barrens. The Pine Barrens are a large part of the eastern sea. Used to be a large part of the eastern seaboard that naturally catches itself on fire every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's sand with pine trees growing out of it, and the toughest plants, ones that can withstand fire.
That is 100% true.
Is this past the river, the Delaware River?
This is to the east of the Delaware, which all of New Jersey is technically east of the Delaware.
I love the Pine Barrens. It's a really, really pretty place too. Really creepy and cool. It's a neat place to visit.
Actually, this will take you about 25 minutes to get to. It seems to be near the state park, Brandon T. Burns State Park.
This is so cool. These are like places that I like.
Hold on,
Yeah, I love it. I love that we're in New Jersey.
Why didn't I just do that one? Sorry. I just remembered something that I did not remember a long time ago. Okay, so this is near Wharton State Forest. So you put in the address, and it's not that far from the town of Tabernacle, but it is not an incorporated area. And it is a wide open area. You also, if you look at just Google, you also get images of a mansion and a link to the website weirdnj.com talking about the Tabernacle Hell Mansion.
Oh, good.
Sounds like a lovely place.
Devin's just like, I'm from out of state. Is this place significant? Why would she go here?
Oh, it sounds like a haunted mansion. Like
Yeah,
weird. If you click through to the Weird NJ link, it talks about the Tabernacle Hell Mansion, where the Helliard family once had an estate that went into disuse when the blah blah blah, like unknown whether the last residents were. A murder was known to have been committed there, and then some, Weird NJ likes to talk about things that people say have happened there. And there's some pictures from like an urban explorer that show like an old Victorian era style mansion with, broken glass and chandeliers and gas outlets on the walls. And it is approximately 4 days before Halloween, meaning it's the 27th. It is also 2016. So, sorry, I didn't give you it is 2020.
Oh God.
No, you know what? 2020 is too terrible. It's 2016 is fine.
I don't want to go to a haunted mansion in 2020. But
Well, no, because then none of you could actually be together.
Yeah, we would be
Yeah,
online.
Be online.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's 2016.
Yes.
Devin has already voted early. Well, do you think she wanted us to meet her there? I mean,
What if she's doing some kind of puzzle? Like, she talks a lot about how the whole club is really just a creative thinking society.
Like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we What do we need to bring? She
Well,
didn't send me an email or anything.
what do you bring to a haunted castle or a haunted mansion?
Flashlight and some snacks, probably.
Yeah, we make sure that I have some gear in my car.
There's an adorable voice happening.
Yeah.
I have no idea what she said.
Did she just come in, say things to you, and leave? That's so cute.
The first time. It is an hour after bed.
Uh-oh. I mean, I don't know.
That's right.
You guys would know more about what we need to bring. I don't have any time to get it. You know what I mean? But
There is a Walmart you pass by. If you could hop
okay.
off, you could hop off 95 and go to the Hamilton Walmart if you want.
The club still has a decent budget. We could pick things up on the way, but I wouldn't know what to pick up. That would be more probably your guys' department. Probably Charlotte, right? You know about like equipment for.
I mean, I have my equipment. We'll probably want like some kind of walkie-talkie or radio to talk with. You know, water, snacks, that kind of thing to, maybe basic first aid supplies.
I have that. I of course have. And I have seven, and I have an emergency kit in my car. So I do have flashlights. I have some flares just in case, but wait, that's highly flammable area.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to burn the
Oh
place
yeah,
down.
flashlights, glow
Yes.
sticks.
Is this
anything like that?
is this
Yeah.
mansion in town or more in the Pine Barrens? Like it was built a while ago and then just sort of left in there.
Yes, more the latter. There is no neighbors. Like
in.
neighbors are.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring road flares or anything. But
No. But flashlights,
what-
glow sticks, yes, and stuff. Yes.
glow sticks would work. Do we need like does she expect us to is she expecting us to go in there like as like a mock paranormal investigation sort of thing? Is this like a test maybe? Like maybe this is a test, like see what we do in a
Well, I know I'm bringing my hatchet. That's definitely something I'm bringing.
okay.
Okay.
That's probably a bit much, but okay. I
There
do
could be wild, excuse me, but there could be wild animals in
And you're
this
gonna feed
Pine
them
Barrens place.
hatchet.
I got energy bars. We can just feed them some of that.
Yeah, I'll bring some nightmare fuel. Like,
Or we can get in our cars and leave if there's a wild animal and not beat it to death with hatchets and throw granola bars at
listen,
it.
I have half a case of Nightmare Stallion in my trunk. I'll bring that.
Oh, God.
River says.
I mean,
Make sure you're all wearing some comfortable shoes.
Look, I'm from Iowa. We just do things like that there, okay?
you just big animal.
Okay.
I mean, I got like a tire iron in my car, and I always carry a knife. Look, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Let's just drive together. What? Like, why would we
How
need
many
more than two
vehicles are
cars?
we taking? Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Well,
Well, it sounds like Devin wants to drive.
yes, I have plenty of room in the Jeep.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll take
All right, then I guess this is our night now.
Yeah, I mean, you can fit 5 in there, right?
of course.
Yeah.
And
Shotgun.
room. Yep.
So,
I don't yeah, okay.
does anyone have anything they want to get? Any?
Yeah, what should we bring like a tape recorder or something or like ghost hunting stuff?
You do all have phones.
Yeah.
You so you can download a recorder app. There's all
Like
kinds of ghost hunting
ghost-
apps.
Ghost boxes or spirit box apps where you let your phone become a spirit box. That's a real
Sure.
thing.
Then yes. Anything you can download, you could download. She does say it's a good, the walkie-talkies might help. Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't drain the batteries.
Yeah, we got the budget for that. We can do it.
Yeah.
All
It's
right,
like 300. No, not. It'd be like 200. Well, matters how good walkie-talkies you want to get. $50 for a decent 2.
Yeah.
So 100. But yeah, you do have enough.
We definitely need water, snacks, glow sticks. Uh,
I got a bunch of glow sticks left over in my car I could bring.
Yeah, River does have like a half a case of Nightmare Stallion energy drinks.
Handfuls and handfuls of glow sticks I have. Just please, it's just I need to get rid of them because I don't know what to do.
Wait, what kind of glow sticks?
Like green ones.
Like the emergency camping glow sticks, or
No, like the glow sticks.
Like Party City glow
Oh,
sticks.
This is what he does. I don't know what they do
Oh.
when I had never been to a rave before. She told me to bring glow sticks.
well,
Ah,
Bring enough for everybody, and then she brought some, and now I have an outlandish amount of glow sticks in my car.
well, if he has plenty, then
Yeah, please take them.
All right, you all pack all that
Here
stuff
we go.
up.
yeah.
All right, so you drive out down. Jesus, I'll just do it by memory. You drive down 295. You come to 38. You get off at the Cherry Hill exit, and you start headed further down towards the state forests. You hop on 70. There's a small road off of 70 that you're going down. Did any of you grow up in New Jersey? Okay, so Raymond, you actually growing up, you had a babysitter that you once heard went missing in the Pine Barrens as a kid.
God, really? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, when she was a kid.
When you were a kid,
Oh,
a different babysitter told you like a ghost story that your last babysitter disappeared,
oh, okay.
and you're not sure how real that was.
Yeah, Raven wouldn't believe
Yeah.
it, but would definitely spark the memory.
So you're all listening to Philly radio. Let's see, 104.5, the indie station, the quote unquote indie station. No, it's not indie station, but yes. As you drive down, you come to the place where the coordinates were, and you do see a little road that gets blocked off, and it's an exit from the highway. You get down onto a back road. It is a paved road, but you can see what clearly becomes a dirt road, and then a exit and then a parking lot for a state park. And a lot of people assume that road is part of the state park, but it is not. It looks, yeah, you can get out of the car and look around. This is kind of where the
Adventure
address
begins.
brought you.
Do we see her car or any other vehicles or?
You don't see anyone's car from where you are, not from inside the car.
It's nighttime, right?
It is nighttime.
Do we see a house?
The house is reputed to be like about a half-mile hike from the edge of the road you're on. And there used to be another like dirt road around to the side, according to the Weird NJ article.
Is that road blocked off, or
That road is has a sign that says private property.
Maybe that's it.
Do we want to park and walk, or do we want to try to?
Can we drive down? Is it big enough to drive down?
It narrows down to basically single car length and becomes dirt, but it is.
I mean, this is a Jeep.
Yeah, you're in a Jeep, so you'll be
Yeah.
able to.
we can just go as far as we can in the Jeep.
Gotcha.
River,
Yeah.
do you know anything about this? Like,
Nope.
are you in on this? Okay. Okay.
If this was D&D, I would call for an insight check.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. You can't 'cause it's palladium.
No, either you believe her or you don't. You can choose. Make your own choice.
Raymond Space still thinks this is gonna be like some sort of. They're gonna scare him again. Some
So-
elaborate prank.
Yeah. You drive around. The road kind of gets further and further. There's a big tree line between the highway and the not even the highway, between the road and a field, and the road passes through the field and down a hill and around a corner and then over a small creek, which is mostly eroded away the path, so you just make a little splash in it. But when you come out on the other side of that curve, you do see a red sedan with muddy tires. It is a Kia Sorento.
Is that her car?
Is that, yeah.
It has the faculty parking sticker in the back rear window and a bumper sticker for the school. Up ahead, you can see that there is kind of like the road kind of is blocked off with a big, thick wooden fence and an overgrown field in between you and what appears to be a 3-story mansion up ahead.
How overgrown is the field?
It looks like it hasn't really been cut in years.
What time of year is it?
It is October 27th.
I think there are still ticks.
Well, it's New Jersey. There's always ticks. Though this isn't deep forest. Forest is their ticks are always
Grass. Yep.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well,
Raymond's fine. Evan hates it. I would not walk in that grass. That would be the end of my urban exploring that right there.
I would like to investigate her. Well, what I'm going to assume is Professor Lynn's car.
yeah. So you get out of your vehicle. You grab a flashlight. You can all have basically a decent LED flashlight.
Nice.
Who downloaded a ghost phone thing? Anyone? All right. And Devin, you definitely have some photography equipment, but you don't have like a crazy, like you don't have a UV filter.
Oh no, that's Charlotte. Does Charlotte, have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Do we have does the club have a UV, like a handheld UV light?
Yes, the club can have a handheld UV light.
Okay.
Which it's often a joke that you don't want to show it around some of the faculty rooms. And definitely never look in the student lounge.
Oh god. It's a public space. Public space. Yeah.
So yeah, you get out of the car. Give me a perception unless you have any specific investigation skills.
No. So perception is just a straight D20. 17.
17. Okay, so you can see in the car there is a number of boxes with one of says papers to be graded. There's a very nice shoulder bag. There is no purse in the car. There is there's nothing in the passenger seat at all. There's a couple of fast food wrappers in the back seat.
Any keys? Any sort of sign of?
Keys are not in the ignition. Nothing that you can see that way.
Is it locked?
The car is locked. Yes.
So
I got it.
maybe she just got out and walked.
Oh, you do see a pair of high heels also in the back seat.
So she probably put on some sensible shoes. That's wise.
I'll shine my flashlight towards the. We can see the house, right?
It is behind a number of weeds and trees. You can see the outline of some old pine trees that have been. You could tell at one point landscaping was done to kind of obscure the house from the road, but you can tell it's up ahead. It's a decent moon out. You can see decently well. 3/4 moon? Yeah, that sounds good.
I want to feel the hood. Is it still warm?
It is not.
Miss Lynn. She's a professor, right?
Yeah.
Professor Lynn. I'll wiggle my flashlight in the direction of the house. Huh.
That happens.
Should,
Probably can't hear us.
should we go up to the house then?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be a waxing moon, almost full. This Halloween is supposed to be a full moon.
This Halloween in real life?
No, in real life,
Oh.
last Halloween, 2019, or I'm sorry, I said
Yeah.
2019 again. I keep getting my brain stuck around the
What
date.
year do you think it is?
Generate. There we go.
What is time?
Oh, yeah, in 2016 it was also a full moon. Oh wait, no, that didn't change the calendar. What? Sorry, I'm looking at a website that's supposed to
Oh,
that tells me exactly what it was. There we go. Okay, it's a new moon on the 30th. So there is not a lot of moon.
oh no.
Is there a
Is
gate to the
that-
fence?
There is a gate. The gate is a little further back, so there's just like the pillars to block cars, and that looks a little newer. Like that was probably put in about 20 years ago and just left to be. And then a bit back, you see there is a gate around the house as well.
Oh, these are wooden pillars or?
Yeah, wooden pillars in front of you.
Can we see footprints?
Do you have any kind of skills that would?
Um,
I'm trying.
We have flashlights.
You do have flashlights, but
Shine them at the ground.
oh yeah,
Like
So-
near the car.
it does look like people have walked around a little recently. To get any more than people have been walking here,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't have
see-
any tracking or anything.
I just start walking through the grass to get to the.
towards the house.
I just Raymond just starts going.
All right.
Like, let's get this
River-
project over with. Like,
River goes like right behind you. She's like, "Don't get ahead. Like,
well,
don't
I
leave
mean,
us. Don't."
all right, well, come on then. And I stand there waiting for her. I mean, she's her car is here, right? She's obviously in there. Actually, River, do you have her number? Can you give her a call? Tell her that we're here.
River pulls out a phone, and you hear a. You don't actually. You see a light in the car light up briefly.
Oh no,
Oh,
she left it in the car.
I'm gonna get to the house because
Alright.
not anything to do with paranormal. I don't like. You know what I mean? Like Raymond's like,
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like that's weird. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the house.
Yeah, let's go to the house. Let's
And
go
I'm gonna be
together.
calling for Professor Lynn because that's weird. I don't like that.
As you get closer, you do see the house has most of its windows still there, but every now and then there's one that is like out. There is a part where it looks like the roof has started to fall in on one of the widow's watches, which is when they have a little peak with a balcony in kind of a circular thing.
Mm.
There is a wrought iron fence around the whole thing, with the bars being approximately like 6 inches apart, but there is a gate to it. That looks like it is a double gate that opens, but it's been chained shut, and it says the Helyard, like Helyard Estate, or the Helyard Estate is written over the gate, but like part of the sign has fallen through. And where it says yard, it looks like is bent back, so it just says the hell.
Yeah.
I'm
Anybody got
there-
bolt cutters?
Charlotte will take a picture as we get closer to the house.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right. As you get closer, it is literally barred. I mean, literally chained shut. The main entrance is chained shut. It does look like you could potentially jump the gate, jump the 6-foot fence, but it's got like the kind of spiky bits. It doesn't look super sharp.
Mm.
Well, then how did she get in?
Anybody got bolt cutters? Actually, does the chain look old?
The chain looks old but sturdy. Like it's
But not
rusted,
new. It
but
doesn't
not
look
rotted.
new.
It's not new. There is a lock on it,
Yeah.
but the lock has a cover, like one of those things where you slide it and then put the key in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
mean,
there's a hole in the fence.
Yeah.
All right. Which way are you going, left or right around the fence? You're facing the house.
Left.
Okay.
Let's go left.
I want to
Uh,
keep calling for Professor Lim because now we're close to the house.
Yeah, do we see any lights? And
There does not appear to be any light inside the house at all. As you move around, there is a service gate. Like at some point, it becomes a brick fence, and there's a wooden door in that fence, or a brick wall, and there's a wooden door in it that's kind of, like the servant's entrance. It's big enough for one person to go through.
Is it locked?
This looks to be an estate, so you see kind of back there a couple of other buildings. There is the main house, there is a greenhouse, and then there is like a stable house. If you go up to the wooden door, it is like an old black metal handle, and it you pull on it and it opens with a loud creak.
Your Resident Evil creaky door. It's like,
there's an evil loading screen.
yeah.
Are the windows on the mansion boarded up, or
There are no
Will there be
boards on them.
curtains?
Some of them still have glass. And the first floor looks like they have iron bars on them, but the higher floors don't. The third floor, some of the windows, you see one of the windows has wood on top of it, and then another one is just broken glass in.
any curtains?
Doesn't appear to see, you don't see any curtains coming out of that window at the moment. Charlotte, roll a d20.
Rolled the 3.
Okay. You suddenly get the feeling of a wasp's nest nearby, but you don't know why. Some kind of thing built of mud and bits of natural stuff.
It's murder
You don't
hornets.
hear any wasps, you don't see anything, something came in your mind about wasps' nests.
She'll shine her flashlight around in the trees and
You see something?
I don't know. You don't see any, like, I don't know, wasp nests or something around?
Wasps.
I'm gonna look up.
Did I hear anything?
There's no
You hear
sound of
buzzing?
bugs. Oh, you hear crickets. You hear an immense amount of crickets. You hear the occasional bird. There are owls that you occasionally hear hooting.
I don't see any.
You hear a lot of frogs. Distant frogs. There is a pond
Water
in the back as
nearby.
well. Well, according to the weird NJ, there is a quote, gross ass pond in the back.
Well, what do you think we should do, gang? Should we split up? I'm just kidding. Where do you guys want to go right for the house? Because she's not
Yes.
answering.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
River, are you sure she didn't tell you like mention that she was coming here or anything like that?
I mean, she just said it would be fun.
She didn't like give you any
Yeah, like
hints or
details.
clues.
I mean, she said it'd be a fun game. Like, it was just
Game. Okay.
no big deal. But like,
Well, then,
she found somewhere new this year because like a couple years ago she did this with another group to like some old mental hospital that had like a community built on it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, let's go. I guess let's go search the house. Because if she said game, then maybe her leaving her phone in her car was on purpose to like, I don't know, challenge us to think critically, and I don't know.
This is spooky as hell.
Yeah.
You hear the sound of a window shutter smash into the side of the building in front of you. Was
there a gust of wind when it
curtains.
happened?
There was not a gust of wind, but it felt there is wind about. It isn't like a perfectly still day.
Hmm.
There is a... Sorry, I'm trying to remember how words work. There is a window that you all can see on the first floor with metal bars in front of it. And George, you're looking carefully at the windows, and you do see the curtains behind it. It looked like someone was looking out very briefly.
There was someone standing in the window. Is this the main house or just the
This
building?
was
in
of the
front
main house. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's her.
Professor Lin. I want to start walking over to this window.
And River says, maybe you shouldn't yell so much, because like technically we're trespassing.
Oh, okay. Professor Lin.
Why don't we wait till we're inside the house?
Are we getting extra credit or something for this?
You joined the club because you were in Professor Lin's class, and she said she would offer you extra credit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I get over to I'm going over to the window just to see. Is it open?
All right, you walk up to the house. There is a bit of a gravel kind of path around the house. There is clearly an old fountain in what used to be a nice garden, but the old fountain is overflowing with vines. There are bright red shutters on what is kind of a dark blue painted house in one of those old, terribly contrasting Victorian style paints that most of the paint looks like it's also flaking the hell off.
Of course.
This is an old house.
And it's probably lead. I taste it.
Why would
Is
you
it
do
lead?
that?
What?
No, I'm kidding. I don't taste it.
Devin
Is the
starts
fountain?
River goes, ew.
Is the fountain dry or is there like any rainwater? in it?
There's some rainwater is gathered in the fountain and in the basin. It doesn't appear to be draining. So anything that's there, when rain falls, just kind of accumulates. There is a side door. There is the window that you saw movement in. It is about 6 feet off the ground, so you've got to do like a little hop to see in at all.
I want to feel the windowsill. Is there broken glass on it?
There is no broken glass on it.
delicately. Then I pull
yourself up.
myself up. Yeah, and just kind of look around with I'll put the flashlight in my mouth and just kind of like look around.
All right, you look into the window. There is a gauzy white curtain. Inside, you see a bunch of cloth-covered lumps.
Oh, I love it. Classic Scooby-Doo room.
And
I love it.
and a piano that has been uncovered. And the cover for it is on the ground next to the piano. There's a piano bench. This appears to be some kind of music room.
Huh.
Or salon.
I want to hop down. I didn't see her in there.
What was in there?
I don't know, like a piano and a bunch of furniture. It's old house stuff.
I suggest we go in the house and start looking.
All right, I go to you said there was a side door?
There is a side door and there is a main door.
What are we closer to?
You're roughly halfway between the two. So,
I'm going to go through the front door.
all right, as you go up to the front door, you do see the front step has what looking thing that creaks a little in the breeze, slowly back and forth creaking. It looks like if you sat in it, it would probably fall apart. There is
I want to watch it. How long does it creak for? Back and forth.
as long as the wind kicks up for a second, you hear a
it's escape laugh.
algo in the background, and it creaks a bit.
Hey, Charlotte, you should videotape this or take a picture of it. It's probably a ghost. And I want to go over to the front door.
You go over.
I
to the
say
front
that very dry and emotionless.
As you get up to the front door, it is a French double door with painted white with little windows up at the top. So the door's about 10 feet, so this leads into a grand opening.
Yeah, this is a
With
big
little
fancy
windows
room.
up top. There is a slot for mail, and there is a roughly eye level opening that is currently closed, like a little metal
Like-
slider.
Peephole thing.
Yeah, peephole thing.
I want to try the doorknob.
You touch the doorknob, and it is solid. It is newer.
Hmm.
The doorknob is more modern.
I want to check right
uh,
above or below the doorknob. Is there a deadbolt?
There is a deadbolt.
Is that new too?
It does look. It's shiny.
Are you guys with me, or are you guys
Yes.
still on the side of the house?
Yeah, we're
No,
yeah,
we're,
we're-
I'm
we're
with you.
together.
You're all
Okay,
within
that's-
eyesight of
yeah.
each other. But
I want
you
to
don't have
flip
to be-
open flip open the mailbox, the mail slot, and and shine my flashlight inside.
All right, you shine your. You open the mail slot and peek through. You see a large foyer with another set of doors in the back, a large table off to the right side of the room, and a large set of staircases going up and around. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what this would get you. You wouldn't be able to see a chandelier, but you can assume there's one because that's how houses like this work. And then you see a little further down, it leads into a room with what looks to be, you see a dining room chair from profile, and it looks to be at the head of a large table, but that's pretty distant off. And as you shine your light in, you hear the sound of someone moving a chair. The chair you're looking at does not move, but you hear the scrape against wood of a chair.
Did y'all hear that?
Did we hear it?
It was not as well because George's ears are just right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear this rocking chair. It's probably the wind, George.
Some chair inside moved.
So this looks new.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does, and I don't like that. That's weird.
That is weird.
Is
Like,
there a
I don't know
doormat?
if I'm the what?
Is there a doormat?
There is a old woven rug, like woven mat, that is kind of falling
And
apart.
then I want to look like maybe if there's like a potted plant or something.
Yeah, with fake rocks.
Yeah.
You don't find any fake rocks. You find a lot of real stones, and you do see a frog, a ceramic frog.
Let's look in
Oh.
the ceramic frog.
Yeah.
I pick up the ceramic
Stick it
frog
up.
and I smash it.
Oh,
No, you don't smash it. You were still at the door.
Okay.
Devin gets there first, and she picks it up inside, and it kind of, you open its mouth, and instead of a tongue coming out, the key kind of pops out when you open its mouth.
That's so cool.
Yes.
Are you putting the key in the lock?
Yes.
Take 19 damage. I'm kidding.
I
So
was
you
gonna
put the
say
key in the lock.
electrocutes you.
You hear the sound of the deadbolt snap into the unlocked position. A wind comes through the house and pushes the door open slightly towards you. You didn't pull on it as much as it kind of pushed towards you.
Make sure you grab that key.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it handy.
Yeah, just so we can, I'm gonna walk in.
River is like right behind your shoulder at this point. She seems a little spooked. She does have a flashlight as well, and she's kind of pointing it to the side of you, so it's not like you're not blocking her line.
I want to look around. Does it look like?
You walk into a big open foyer.
Yeah.
There is a marble floor with inlaid tile. The tile is of a great furnace. and it appears to be a glass blowing furnace
There's a furnace.
in tile, like as though you look in and there's a mosaic on the ground of a furnace.
Oh, like a picture of it.
Okay.
Yes, with a man standing next to it holding a large glass blowing pipe on each side of it.
Sean's
there
gonna
is
snap a picture of that.
above you is a beautiful, like an amber glass chandelier that tinkles a tiny bit as the wind comes through. There is there are what look to be oil lights in the walls, as though the house was an oil powered, what do they call it? Fixtures. Yes, you have oil lamp fixtures. And there's a old vase on a little table, which seems to be blown from a solid piece of glass. You see a couple of glass trinkets around that as well.
This
You-
must be the family industry.
What?
Glass.
Does anyone have history?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, roll it.
15.
15, good.
I got
Oh.
17. So, yeah.
Jesus, both experts. In your classes, you've recently learned, being from outside the Garden State, that South Jersey had a burgeoning glass-blowing industry in the Pine Barrens, and if you head further south, there's even like glass-blowing museums. The Wharton family was big in glass blowing, and things were named after them, like Wharton State Forest, which you're on the edge of. You hadn't heard of Helyard Glass, but you aren't doctorate students in cultural anthropology, right?
No.
You're not. No,
No.
you're not.
We read about it.
Yeah.
Read
That
about
was
the Wikipedia page.
Yeah. Cell phone reception here is strangely pretty terrible. You are getting maybe one bar. You can imagine that since not a lot of people live out here, it was not a high priority for coverage. There's certainly no Wi-Fi. It quick
Probably
every
one
now
bar
and then
on
it jumps to 3G. You get a 3G signal for
I
like
was
half
gonna
a second.
say, probably one bar in 3G.
Yeah. Did we have 4G back in 19? Oh, Jesus. 4 years ago, I don't even remember.
Yeah, we did.
It's been
Yeah.
this year has been a decade. So
Yeah, it has.
Do I see? Is the floor dusty at all? And are there any footprints in the?
give me a perception, unless you have any like tracking skills or stuff like that.
No, 6.
All right. So you don't see a ton of dust in here, but you also don't see. You see a little bit of mud in the beginning of the foyer. Actually, you don't see any mud in the beginning of the foyer. You see what looked to be a little bit of mud coming from one of the room to your left, coming into the foyer, but that's it.
I shine my flashlight on it. Hey, there's some mud over there.
I go.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
You open the door to that room. It is a square door that creaks greatly as you even move it. It seems almost swelled, but it is not also shut. So you don't think you could shut this door if you tried, but you can certainly open it. In this room, you see immediately a painting of a man's face staring down with a just the beadiest little eyes, a set of rimmed glasses, holding a dog in his lap, and the dog has a strangely human-looking face. It looks a little bit like one of those, like, dogs that, it's a lap dog with, like, short, kind of long, medium hair. I was gonna say short, long-haired dog. It's about this big. I'm forgetting the breed. It's not a Shih Tzu.
It's like a little foo-foo dog.
Yeah,
Like a little
it's
yip
kind of
yip
like
dog.
It's not a foo dog, but it is a.
But its face is like
humanish.
but its face is strangely humanoid. In the back,
That's an ugly dog.
you see the gentleman is sitting in a very nice suit in front of a large pool where there are women frolicking.
Nice. I guess this was Mr. Helyard.
Yeah,
I
could be.
guess so.
Is there anything else in this room?
In this room, there is also there is armchairs to either side of the painting. There's what looks to be an old scotch container, which is open and has a brown stain inside. By scotch container, I mean the decanter. That's what I mean.
Okay.
You get it from the bottle, you pour it in the decanter, you drink it out of the decanter, or you pour it from the decanter into your cup. There's a decanter that's clearly been open a long time with some dust around it. There is another vase in here, which is also a twisted yellow glass vase. The material looks similar to the chandelier. And that actually has a flower in it. Like a single carnation is in that.
Is it alive? Like real?
It is clearly a real, more recent carnation.
All right, so somebody was definitely in here, and if Professor Lin didn't put this flower here, then my thought is that there might be like squatters here or something, and I'm worried that maybe
I have never heard squatters taking care of a place.
Devin would
Yeah,
like
that
to
is
look
weird.
at the flower and like how recent. Hold on. Do have biology.
Oh, give me a roll on your biology. You'll get something at least.
I don't think so because that's a 92. It's
92.
a flower.
It's a flower. I mean, it was probably. It's not. Doesn't look to be wilting. So, a couple of days.
George is gonna check the painting for peepholes.
George puts his fingers behind the painting and pulls it out from the wall a little, and you hear a sound thump 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 from the second floor, and the chandelier shakes a bit.
I
How was
Oh.
that?
I'm gonna
It
go.
didn't appear there because the painting actually did lift away from the wall. You didn't see like an empty space back there. It seemed to be just a flat painted wall. There is a terrible tacky ass wallpaper in this room with like gold leaf houses and pastoral scenes. And when you lift the portrait away, it looks like they didn't bother to paint or to wallpaper that area.
I'm gonna start moving towards that noise.
Okay.
River's like, "Are you sure?"
Look, if Professor Lin is in here, and if someone else was here and she didn't know about it, or maybe somebody forced her to drive here and took her into this weird fucking place, I don't know. I'm hearing noises. She's supposed to be here and she's not. I'm 2 seconds away from calling the cops. The only thing that stopped me is that why would she leave us a note? You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing that's getting me is that she wants us to be here. But I'm gonna go check out what that noise is, and
Okay, I'll go with you.
if it's anybody except Professor Lin, then I say we call the cops because this is weird.
Maybe,
I mean,
maybe we shouldn't split up though.
No, let's go together.
Okay, yeah, come with me. Just here, I'll go first.
yeah, you go first. You go up the stairs. It is a long and winding staircase that meets at the top. And
At this point, I want flashlight in one hand, in my left hand, and knife in my other hand. I take out my knife,
you take out your
Unfold.
knife. You unfold
Yep.
it.
little jackknife. Yep.
At the top of the stairs, you see what looks to be a suit of armor that is missing one of its arms, its head, and one of the legs.
It reminds me of Clue.
Yeah.
I keep going.
There is another vase at the top of this, which has another carnation in it.
What color are they?
They are white carnations.
I want to pick up the vase and look under it.
You pick up the vase, you look under it, and you see a note with the letter E on it.
I just want to hand it to George.
It, who knows
Hmm.
what their professor's handwriting is, but this is clearly written in Sharpie on a piece of newer paper. Though looking at the bottom of the vase, you do see it is Helyard not foundry, I forget, glass blowing. Helyard glass blowing with an imprinted date of 1864.
Okay.
But the marker was recent, obviously.
Yes.
Right.
Hey.
It wasn't like painted.
Hold on. Will
That's-
everybody wait here? Charlotte, will you come with me? And I want to quickly go back and lift the vase with the
Yeah,
carnation.
the other vase.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah, that's smart.
yeah, you all go back down. You see there is a B under that one.
A B is a boy,
Yes.
and then we got an E.
George will take a picture of the bottom of the vase. And put it back.
Do we want to take a quick look in any of the other rooms just to see if there's a carnation before we go upstairs?
Yeah, let's
wanna-
let's go back down and check
I wanna-
all the rooms first floor.
I want to wait on the stairs so that if anybody tries to come down, they have to go past me.
Gotcha.
But I'll wait for them because I don't want them to be on their own in the house.
All right, you go down. On the
Weird.
first floor of the house, there is an old billiards room with the table is cracked in half. There's a weird brownish reddish substance on the table that looks very old. There's the wallpaper in there is incredibly tacky as well. It is scenes of people hunting from like old hunting with spears to modern day hunting with guns kind of thing, but it's in a blue foil on like dark brown paper. The billiards room also has a carnation in it, and you see an S.
Okay.
There is an old library with literally no books on it, and there is a false door in that. There is one book on the shelf, and it looks like it is part of that wall is open.
That's creepy.
Like if you pulled the book, it opens that door. That
It's
is
already
currently open.
It's already open. Okay.
Yeah.
Charlotte will go up to the door and she'll peer inside, but
She peers inside and she sees stairs leading down.
there's stairs over here. They go down.
Let's wait on that. Now we know
You
they're
should
there.
Check upstairs first because there was noise upstairs.
No, I want to go into the room that I saw, the little dining
The
room.
the
I
kitchen,
saw
the dining hall. Yes.
Yeah.
This room is extremely large. There is a wonderful table here. It is enormous. There aren't any plate settings or anything, but in the middle of the dining room table is a bouquet of flowers. These are pink carnations, and they seem, healthy and new.
look at the bottom of that vase.
You see the letter A.
And is there any other chairs?
One of the chairs
Along the
does
table?
looks like it was moved a little bit,
Ah,
so that might explain what you heard. It's not all the chairs are perfectly lined up. In this room, though, is a glass doors leading to a balcony, which appear to be overlooking the gross ass pond, and a garden as well. And you can see the greenhouse from there. You give me a perception check real quick.
5.
All right. You don't see much. It's the glass on those glass windows are frosted. So if you opened them, you could see out back, but unfortunately, you don't see much more.
We got a greenhouse out back.
There is also a wonderful chandelier with that same yellow glass, but done in a slightly different style. And done with like a little bit of blue accent, you think, and it looks like this one might have had electrical lights in it, but like old-fashioned electrical lights, Edison bulbs and whatnot.
Is the door to the balcony open?
If you try it, it is hard to open, but it opens, and it starts making a very like, you know, when you have to like shoulder check a door open.
Hmm.
You think that's what it might take. You're certainly capable of it, but you know, it will make a lot of noise if you do it. Are you doing it?
Maybe not yet.
Yeah. Well, just gonna shine a light into the garden
All right.
and see if there are any carnations out there.
Good call.
You don't see too much out there. There doesn't appear to be any, but you think if they were grown here, they'd probably be grown in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Which has a green tint to it, so it's harder to, see through. Back up on the stairs, you hear the sound of a door kind of creaking very hard against wood.
Professor Lynn?
River is still there with you. She says, well, there's part of the roof is caved in over there.
That sounded like a door on hinges, though.
So if we look in the other rooms downstairs, is there?
There's also a kitchen and a what you could consider a mother-in-law suite, and a sunroom, and you find in one of them there is a carnation and when you lift it up, there's a little red and white candy. A little red and white circle candy.
Eat it. I'm sure it's fine.
Okay.
Is there a bathroom down here on the first floor?
This is old enough that there are chamber pots in some. There is a room with a chamber pot and a basin.
What's it smell like?
It smells like old, musty, kind of moldy house.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like old, smelly, moldy, musty house because unless you're licking the walls, in which case it'll taste like minerals.
I was asking about the chamber pot.
Oh, the chamber pot? You probably don't want to lick it. I don't know. It's porcelain, cold. It doesn't smell like anyone's used it in 100 years.
Nice. Finally aged.
Oh, was there a carnation in the kitchen?
There was not in the kitchen, but you did find a little candy under a vase with a carnation in it.
What about like the sunroom or the music room or anything else?
The music room had actually a plastic skull with a rose on the piano. Did you walk into the music room?
Yes.
Give me a hard factor check.
Oh,
Both of
great.
Yes, anyone who does.
us? 7.
14.
All right. So, George, you are shocked, like, as the piano starts playing. The piano starts playing I don't know my classical music, but it is a solemn, somber tune.
Moonlight Sonata.
Moonlight Sonata very loudly.
Oh.
As
15.
though walking into the room triggered some kind of sensor. And if you go up to the piano, you can see that there is a motion detector that has been connected to the automated roll of this grand piano, which is terribly out of tune.
Yeah.
Oh, so we find out that's a prank.
What happened?
I guess.
There's motion
We turn it
sensors.
off.
You can easily just pull the thing out that makes it stop.
Yeah.
That lets it keep spinning, but it doesn't play music. Yeah.
Is the seat is the piano seat ajar, or is it like
The piano seat
neatly-
is crooked. It is compared to the piano. It is
Hmm.
closed. There is piano seats open many times, in my experience. Anyhow,
Why do they open?
to store things in them.
What do they hide in there?
Sheet music.
Sheet
generally.
music.
music?
Like,
Okay.
The
Is
tuner.
there, yeah.
Sneaky.
Is there anything in the piano seat?
You do find what looks to be a key whose handle is shaped like a fish.
I take it.
All right.
Yep, designated key holder.
The upstairs, back upstairs in the hallway, you don't hear anything anymore. And so you've checked all the rooms on the main floor.
But nobody's come past me, right?
No one's come past you, no.
And
So
now,
nothing under like the skull and rose thing. No more?
No, there's nothing under the skull and rose. No, I got nothing as far as riddles go. Sorry. I should have riddled harder beforehand.
riddles
there's-
are tough, man.
Yeah, I know.
I got like a book of them, and I still struggle with them.
And the thing is, when you propose them to a group, sometimes they just. I've never had luck with groups going, oh, this is a riddle. Okay, let's. Yeah. And so it
They're
just
just like,
sits
we'll
there
burn
like
it
a-
to the ground because
like
I
a
don't understand it.
Anyhow, there is a little pun about hide and seek, look and find, fish for keys, and open your mind.
I opened the skull.
Inside the skull is nothing. It is a solid plastic skull. It is one of those like not Hollywood, Halloween skulls that you would buy at Rite Aid. It is made of ceramic
There's nothing inside.
with nothing inside.
Oh yeah, there was still the sunroom, right?
You go into the sunroom, and that is mostly dilapidated, but you do see that there are footprints coming in from the side door to the sunroom.
Follow that.
It's a little bit muddy, and they lead out towards the picture room. And apparently, this is the way that the professor got in. Charlotte, you were last by the secret room door.
Yeah.
You hear a little bit of some kind of voices down there, but they're irregular and hard to make out.
Hello, is anybody down there?
Hey. Go in. Charlotte, who are you talking to?
I thought I heard voices down the stairs.
Okay, so we've checked all the major rooms. No more carnations. Any other skulls? We didn't see any other skulls, did we?
Nope. You guys ready to come upstairs?
There wasn't a fridge or anything in the kitchen, right? Was there like
No,
an icebox?
there was an old ice box. There was literally nothing in it.
And there's, like the shelves are empty.
Shelves are pretty much empty. There is like a rotted bag of flour in one corner of the cupboard, which is a walk-in, huge walk-in cupboard. As you look around, there are mice in the cupboard.
Does the book that triggered the secret door, does that have a title?
A Long Day's Journey into Madness.
Oh, good.
Well, madness of mind, maybe. I don't know. Well. So once
So
we
the-
finish, I think we should sort of like meet up again, and it's like,
In the foyer?
Ray, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. You're hearing noise upstairs, we're hearing noise downstairs.
Mhm.
Do we want to go? And there's so
I mean, I'm
we would
not-
know
I'm
we
not
would
as
know that's
worried.
we would know that's a peppermint candy, right? That we
Yeah,
found.
it's a mint. Yes.
It's a mint. So mint.
So BESA mint.
What?
Basement? It's basement.
Look at Kevin's
E-
face. Look at Kevin's face.
Basement.
He goes, yeah.
That's all I got.
It's basement.
Yeah.
Oh, basement. Yeah, rearrange the letters. BASE.
BSC. Mint.
So this
Basement.
really is just some kind of game that Professor Lynn set up. So what I'm thinking is she's upstairs right now and she made noise accidentally. And then I guess we're gonna go. Do we want to go solve her game, or do you want to go up there and tell her what she wants from us?
I think we should play along.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not as worried
go.
now.
Get the full extra credit, I guess.
Because then I'm guessing she was the one that put these flowers here. She was the one that did this. So, all right, let's go to the basement.
All right. So as the group goes down, River seems to hang back a little. She's like, I don't know. I guess
What?
I'll go. I don't know.
What's the
I'm
matter?
getting a weird feeling.
We're all
s-
together.
Okay.
Okay? We're all this is all creepy. Even if this is a game she did, it's still creepy. And I don't know if this is worth all the extra credit. I think this might
mean-
be a bit much. But well, we're here together. That's the one thing. We have to stick together. Okay?
Okay. And so she's kind of like a little reluctant to go down, but you all go down. Into stairs into a large room where you see candles lit as you get to the bottom of the stairs. There are candles in the corner, candelabras. Standing in this room are a bunch of what look like mannequins
Oh,
wearing
God,
various
why?
suits. Some of them are dressed like military people. Some of them are wearing military jackets with various, badges and whatnot. And
Ugh.
there is a door to the north and south, coming from where you are. There's about 4 mannequins in this room.
I want to go check out these mannequins. Is there like anything? Are they like holding anything, or is there anything sticking out of their pockets?
There is nothing sticking. There is in one of them is holding an arrow, like a bow and arrow,
Oh,
pointing to the northern door.
Are these new mannequins?
The mannequins are old.
Newish?
They are old wooden.
Oh, good.
Yes.
how much wax is pooled around the candles?
Not a ton. It looks like to be old candles that have been relit recently.
Okay.
Okay. But within the last, you're no candle Max Welting. Like,
Nope. Just
none of us know how long it takes.
like, are they like super low?
They
or,
aren't
You know
super
what I mean?
low.
That's kind of the only. Yeah. Okay. Then I have no idea how long they've been burning.
They're mannequins of different military like is it like an army uniform and then a navy uniform, or is it
They are kind of all naval uniforms
Oh,
of decently high rank,
What?
and
What'd you?
each one has a little plaque at the bottom of the mannequin.
Oh, what do those say?
It's hard to make out, but if you dust it off, one of them says Philman H. Helyard, Admiral. Another one says, where did it go? I had a list. It says, Adam Halyard, Commander Adam Halyard. It appears that the family has some kind of naval history as well. But all of these are outdated uniforms that these seem to be well kept. Nothing down here is musty anymore. Things smell dustier, but nothing smells rotted.
so the uniforms aren't dusty.
The uniforms are not dusty at all.
She must have gotten these from the
Mhm.
from an army surplus store.
what are the ranks of the other two?
There is another captain, and the one that is furthest in the corner like the one that seems to be least respected, is a first mate. And they all list different ships.
Which one
Uh,
has the arrow?
The admiral is holding the arrow.
Different ships.
Didn't you say that key had a fish on it? And these are Navy guys?
Yeah. Is there anything else, like more carnations, anything else that looks
No.
new?
Does it have the name of the ships on the?
It does have the name of the ships, but they are not relevant. Two of them are British Admiralty ships. And the two most recent uniforms are USS ships.
Is,
I go to the north.
Do any of the mannequin heads have keyholes in them?
None of the mannequins' heads have keyholes in them.
Open your mind. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Is it what's on the south door? Like, are they the same type of door, or
They're the same type of door. The south door does appear to be shut, and the north door is shut as well. You do see a little light coming through the keyholes to both doors.
A little light.
This arrow was pointing to the north one.
Devin, you want to try your keys on the north door?
on the north door? We're all agreed on north. All right.
Sure.
I try it on the north door.
All right, you try it on the north door, and the north door opens into what looks to be a room with a folding table and chairs, and a boombox sits in the corner, and there appears to be several bottles of soda and a cake in a box on the table.
Huh. We did it.
No, we did not. The cake is a lie.
Yeah.
Ah! I cried to drop the cake now.
Give me a perception check real quick, or anyone who walks in. Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
As you walk in,
Jeez,
Natural 20.
terrible.
okay.
Natural
Natural
20.
1.
Then before you
4.
fully walk into the room,
Because Devin sees the
Devin-
cake. It's
Devin
like,
sees the cake, and
cake is a lie.
there is blood on the floor.
Blood. There's blood.
What?
Wet blood on
What?
the floor on the other side of the table.
I want to
And
go over there.
that's
And...
Oh,
where we're going to take our break.
no! Damn it! No!
Ah.
Fuck!
Devin's
She
face
was making
portal.
a party for us, and she got eviscerated. I knew we should have gone upstairs. The bad guy's upstairs. God damn it!
All right. So with that, we're going to take roughly 5 to 10 minutes and take care of yourselves, and we'll be back.
Yeah, and enjoy the Rift's art. We'll see you in a moment. Hello, we are back for more Garden State University Paranormal Club. Yay!
Yay. We're just I just spent the break learning about Shamong and the nearby Dingleberry Fields. Or was it Dingle Fields? Yes, the Dingle Fields.
Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Yep. New Jersey has some fun place names.
Uh,
So, when we left off, the group of you had followed a series of ham-fisted clues into the basement, where you found a party had been set up for the club. Unfortunately, it looks like the party was interrupted by blood.
So Devin is like, hold on. Just can't walk in. And so Devin, she's pre-med, would definitely want to make sure to like walk around. And
The room does have another door that leads out of this way north. But as you walk around this room, you hear someone coming down the stairs.
From behind us?
Yes.
I want to stand in front of wherever they're coming from.
Do you push River out of the way? She's kind of still on the stairs.
River.
she's still on the stairs?
Yeah, she didn't.
I pull River down so that she can get behind me, so that whatever it is,
All right.
again, like I just want to be in front of. You know what I mean? Like be the bulwark to the group, essentially.
Coming down the stairs looks to be something the size of a child. It is wearing what appears to be a Victorian schoolboy uniform. Has kind of a sandy brown hair, plastered down kind of look, and the eyes are entirely black.
Oh,
Says,
is it like a little?
them. You've brought them. Good.
Huh?
And Devin goes, it says this to Devin. Or not Devin. It says this to River. River gets a look on her face.
River, what is this? Is this really still part of this bullshit? Ha ha! Very good job, kid. Good job with the fake blood. Yeah, you brought them. All right, River, what's going on? I like the contacts, by the way. That looks very realistic, and the pale skin. This is great. I want to like go over to the kid.
You
And,
walk over to the kid.
Yeah, and see if there's anybody like at the top of the stairs.
There
like,
is no one behind. The kid is not huge, but it's taking up a good portion of the stairs.
Where's the cameras, River?
She goes, they're in the room to the south.
That room?
Yeah.
Okay, and everyone's supposed to come out and take pictures of us getting scared. Is that the idea?
Well, the thought was to get you into the room to the south. The kid has no expression on their face.
All right. What does River look like right now?
Scared.
River, the jig's up. You don't have to keep acting.
Let's just go. Let's just get into that room.
Maybe we should just listen.
The child goes, go in the south door.
Or maybe we shouldn't.
So Devin's probably still, so Devin, Devin's like, hey Charlotte, maybe you could take some pictures. And so so Devin is asking like, okay, let's you've seen one of those CSI shows. So we need a photograph. So really is not aware because looking for clues. Where could blood spatter patterns.
There is a little bit of drag marks on the concrete floor here that appear to indicate someone's shoes were dragged towards the south.
Towards into the room with the mannequins where we came from?
Yes.
So like through the floor and into that south door that River now wants us to go into.
Yes.
Uh,
When Devin says something about taking pictures, Charlotte will remember that she has her camera and she'll snap a picture of the boy.
The weird little boy.
It turns its dead black eyes to you.
Uh,
I
oh,
think
we missed something. The body. Hello. What did we miss? Something, Charlotte? What? Hi, boy. Do you have a name? Is this part of the game?
I don't think so.
yeah, River's in on it. River's in on it. I guess this kid is like an actor, really good too. By the way, looks really sick and
this
The
is
door-
commitment.
The door to the party room, the north door to the party room opens.
Hmm.
And there is what looks to be a woman who looks like a jogger with headphones and a sports bra and running pants and like a device on her arm with headphones. And completely black eyes, no expression on her face.
What in the fuck? Do we reckon?
This isn't Professor Lane, is it?
No.
So it's the room north of the murder room. So we had the
Yes.
cake room. Then okay, so that door opens up, and it's the jogger.
Yes.
Who's that now, River?
Yeah. Wait, Ray, you were telling us that story your babysitter told. Is that supposed to be her?
It doesn't look like what you remember.
no. That would be pretty fucked up if they tried to trick me and make it feel like. I mean, I told you that story in confidence. You know, that's kind of fucked up.
The child takes a
Uh.
step down, standing right in front of Ray, and goes, "Enter the southern room."
Ray's gonna bend down to the kid and go, "I don't think."
He grabs your face. It hurts. You can attempt to,
Is he
like-
like strong as fuck?
yes.
Oh no! Oh no!
What do you do?
Can I? What would I roll? Roll with impact, dodge, or parry?
Give me a roll with impact.
Roll with impact. Okay, that's a D20, right? And then I add.
Yeah.
So not bad. 10 plus 5.
All right,
15.
so you're gonna take only half damage. You take 2 SDC.
So that's 26. I'm learning how to use this sheet, Kevin. Do you see?
Yes, it is a
See me
useful.
write it in? Are you proud of me?
I'm not watching you do it because I trust your abilities as a human.
I did it. So I. Ah, God, holy shit! Ow! Jesus! All right, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm out of here, and I want to try to go past the boy. Like fuck, feeling my face.
Okay. So you're going to try to push through.
Yeah,
All right.
I want to take my left hand and just push the kid's face out of my way. 'Cause
All right.
I'm
Just give me a roll to attack
like, okay, I don't want to hurt him, but yeah.
to make contact.
Is that like punch essentially?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any pluses to stores.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the sheets. There might be something messed up in the combat stuff, but
Well-
yeah, I think you don't. Oh, your general plus to strike is 0, so you don't get any
Oh,
bonuses.
5.
You get a hand on it, and it feels like you're pushing an incredibly dense paper mache thing. It crumples a little bit in your hand, but then immediately stops. There is a handprint now in the side of its face where your hand touched.
Ray takes a step back. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
It takes a step down.
I take a step back. Like, what the fuck?
Why do we have to go to this room?
Everything will be explained inside. River says.
Hey.
How close is the jogger now?
The jogger is just kind of in that doorway. Hasn't left that doorway.
River, why, River, why don't you go in that room first and you tell us what's in there?
All right. She opens the door to the south, which was unlocked, and there's a little bit of steps down into what looks to be some kind of pool, like a dry, empty pool. Except instead of being dry and empty, it is mirrored on the floor. And she steps into the room and to the left.
I want to look to the group. I mean, what do you guys want to do? I mean, this is ridiculous, right? This is crazy. I just can't, I can't put, my hand down. Like, I feel, weird that I crushed that kid's face, sort of.
Do we want to go in there?
I'll go. Fine. Fuck it. And I looked
Okay,
at the
we'll
kid.
go together.
"Fuck it."
We have to stay together. We have to stay together.
Yeah, come on. Fuck this.
As you
Where's the
move,
kid? Where's the kid now?
the kid is still on the stairs, blocking the entire stairway.
I want to point my camera phone at the jogger. Does she show up on the screen?
She does.
And the kid too?
Yes,
Okay.
they are existent.
Hmm.
So you're all kind of herded into that room. The jogger enters behind you all. Around the pool, there's a couple of candles, but then then a gas lantern comes on in the far end of the room. It hisses to life, where you see standing next to the tied-up forms of Professor Lin and River Brand, a man in a black cloak and a very outdated, like an early 2000. Trying to do some math in my head. In a nice men's suit that seems a little outdated. It's not like 80s or 90s outdated, but it seems early 2000s. Wearing a a gold watch. Now, you also look over and see River to the left, but wearing different clothes.
Okay. I thought I heard you right. So River is also tied up with the professor, and then
Yes.
there's the River we've been with, standing to the
Yes,
left.
the jogger comes into the room entirely, and the child is in the doorway.
River,
Says,
What?
"Yes,
What is happening?
this should do nicely," and pulls out another lantern, but instead of turning this one on, puts it on the table. It is larger and has a head inside the lantern.
Whose head?
Whose head?
No one that you know. It is a mummified head. Says,
And that's the thing that's giving off light?
and next to it is a lantern giving off light. This thing doesn't give off light.
The people in the chairs, how do they look?
What do you mean, people in the chairs? The two who are tied up?
Yeah.
Are
they bloody?
Rebecca looks bloodied. She looks like she was wounded on her side, but doesn't appear. But you'd have to, do from your distance. None of you are exactly.
Ray still isn't sure if this is even if it's still a prank or not. So I'm not rushing over it.
How are there two rivers?
River looks over. The River, who is not tied up and gagged, looks over and says, "All right, now kill her." And the man says, "Not yet. The ritual shall proceed shortly."
Does the River that's not tied up have black eyes?
No, she does not.
Okay.
Does the river standing here have black eyes?
No, The river, there is a tied up river and we'll call it river and stream. Stream is the one that's tied up. Or let's just use Brant. Brant, her last name, Brant, is tied up. River, the person you've been with all night, is not. Looks a little scared and frightened.
River looks scared.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
she has all night, pretty much, ever
Hmm.
since we got here.
yes,
And the man's eyes aren't black either, right?
they are not black eyes either.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Well, I want to shine my light on that guy's face, and go,
you
okay,
squint a little as you do it.
all right, guy, what the fuck is this? I want to look. Are there cameras?
Devin, you
gotcha.
looking at him see a black aura surrounding him, kind of like a black emanation with a little bit of dark blue and not immense amount of power, but enough but you get the impression that this is a person who knows what they're doing and has some power. You don't know how you know this, you just do it.
We need to be careful.
Huh.
This
Careful of what? This ridiculous fucking haunted house show?
this
The head
person-
starts speaking. It says, "The hour approaches."
This okay.
Is
Yeah,
this,
they got a
this
hole in the
real?
tape.
No, this is some fucked up real shit. This is
Uh-oh, Michelle
We-
froze.
we need to leave.
Oh, she's back.
No, I didn't. No. I actually held my breath. I actually didn't. Yeah. Leave.
All right. Look. You're scaring the hell out of her. Can we knock this shit off now, Professor? This is ridiculous.
The professor is tied up and looks pretty out of it.
Professor,
He says, "Place them in the pool," the head in the jar says.
oh fuck this! I'm not cool. I want to walk over to this. I want to walk over to this clown in the fucking suit. Oh,
As you
well,
get any closer, he pulls out what looks to be a wicked black dagger. He says, "You
Yeah.
go in the pool."
Fuck you. I'm gonna get closer to him and I'm gonna pull out my knife.
Ah, bravery.
Are you for real, motherfucker?
It's
Is
been
this
a while since I've seen this level of bravery.
this level of bravery? Get down off there. Throw that fucking thing away, and let us the fuck out of here. This is look how scared she is. It's enough, Professor. Wake up. This is bullshit. It's just still just like
Yeah, she's in a chair, tied to it.
if I'm a
How
little,
tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling here is about. It's not a huge room. It's about a 6 foot tall. There aren't. It's not like there's a There's like a dome over the. Oh, so yeah, there's a dome over the pool with like a chandelier in it, and the thing is also mirrored with like a light yellow mirror finish. On top of a mirrored pool, so light is kind of reflecting down and all around the room from that.
How
The pool
close?
seems to glow slightly.
How close is the head in the jar?
The head in the jar is about from where Ray is. It's about 30 feet. From the other side of the room, it's about 40 feet.
I want to head toward the head, and I want to take my hatchet out.
As you run towards it,
Yeah.
as you run towards it,
Do it.
the black-eyed jogger comes up, is going to try to stop you and grab you.
What do I do to
Would you
save-
like to dodge?
Yeah, because I don't want this to happen.
Yeah.
So I do not have. Well, that's a nat one.
Oof. So the jogger grabs your arm as you are reaching for the hatchet, and it is immensely painful. And you cannot fight back against its strength. Its strength is a little strange, and as it grips you, its hands crumple a little, like paper.
I want to grab the jogger and pull her back off of
Uh,
Devin.
give me an attack.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay, so you actually do grab the jogger, and the part you grab is kind of the arm holding Devin, and the arm you're holding kind of crumples. And this entire, what looks to be flesh, crumples into thin sheets of paper, layered over each other into a hollow center, and the hand
Papier-mâché?
breaks off. It is paper mache.
Oh my god.
The thing looks at you with its dead black eyes, and you hear a chittering sound.
The fuck?
I want to. Do I see this?
Yeah.
That's it. I'll go for the fucking guy in the coat. This is. I just want to fucking. I want to go at him. And
Okay.
what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to move towards him. I'm expecting him to either jab at me or swipe at me with the knife.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm gonna take my knife. I'm not gonna go for him. I'm gonna go for his hand, like cutting his hand and then grabbing it.
Are you willing to take a blow for this, or do you want to?
No, I want to avoid that knife at all costs. So what I would try to do is
dodge and okay. So you're attempting to attack. So make an attack.
Okay.
This is a called shot. You have a -2. He will attempt. He's not going to attempt to parry, but.
And this is with my knife. I get a +1.
Oh, he rolled terribly.
I rolled a 16 +1.
All right, -2.
I rolled a
for
d20,
called
right,
shot.
for this?
Yes.
Okay.
That certainly beats his roll. And
Yeah.
you scratch your blade across him. What you think should be like a blow that would make someone drop their knife.
Yeah.
You see blood come out. The blood is darker. It's reddish, but it's kind of red-black. Scrape across his hand. He does not drop his weapon. But does kind of step back from you.
Put that shit down, motherfucker. I don't want to kill you. But I'm starting to think that this shit's fucking for real, and you're some sick fuck who's tied up my friend. So that's enough of this shit. Back the fuck up.
Okay, when Devin is free, she still wants to take her hatchet toward the head in the jar.
All right, the head in, to get any closer, you'd have to get past the guy. Are you going to attempt to run? Like past the man in the suit?
Yes.
All right. The man in the suit's going to try to body block you. You're going to have to get past Ray, first of all. Which, you know...
Wait,
do I even know
there wasn't another way to, like, approach...
Not really. The other way would have you go further around the pool.
Oh, okay.
And you'd have to go back past the jogger again.
I could try to get this guy in a grapple.
But you're not.
I don't know
anything
that
right
you're
now.
doing that. I don't know that you're running up on me.
This is a circular room
It is a large rectangular room with a
with the pool. Oh, yeah.
with a mirrored pool in the center. It is a rectangular pool.
Okay. But the pool doesn't cover the whole floor, right?
No, it doesn't cover the whole floor. There's a good at least 15 feet to each side of the pool, and then it seems to be there's changing rooms back a little further. All right. So go ahead and give me a attack roll, and he's going to try to knock you off the platform into the pool.
Me?
Yes.
So... 16. Is this with my hatchet?
Yeah, make an attack roll with the hatchet because you're going for the
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just a straight roll, right? 16?
Yes.
Yeah, I got 16. I guess I got no bonuses.
Who gave you the hatchet? Is it an old hatchet that was given to you as a gift? Is it sentimental? Is it special?
It's just something my dad gave me to put in the car, you know.
All right. So as you hit it with the hatchet, there is a loud clanking sound as the hatchet hits the glass.
Uh-huh.
The glass looks fragile and thin, but it is not. There's a resonant pong, and It is kind of chilling to everybody as something in that jar yells out for freedom. But the head does not move.
Did I at least dent the jar or something?
No, there is no mark on the jar.
But something wants freedom. Okay.
You are now next to the two people tied up, though. And the person in a black cloak, or in a black cloak and suit, is engaged with Raymond. There is a jogger that is currently right next to George. Charlotte, what are you doing?
I think Charlotte she's just gonna start like moving to the people that are tied up to like try to help them.
Going around the slightly longer way? Because you were on the other side of the jogger had to move further into the room.
Yeah.
So you go around towards the other end.
Yeah.
All right, that'll take you basically an action to get there. So you can't really do much once you're there, though.
Yeah,
but you are next to the two people tied up.
Okay.
All right. Raymond, the man in a suit looks at you. His eyes flare red. Give me a save versus horror factor.
Okie dokie. An 11 plus 1.
That is not enough. You will lose your next action. As you... Wait. Hold on. I'm just remembering something. Hold on. You get more bonuses than that because of things I haven't told you. You know that this thing is so fake. It's so ridiculous.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah, that red flare...
This guy's just nuts, and he's trying to
sound.
hurt my friends. This is a fucking cult bullshit, is what this is.
And then it's going to charge you with its knife.
Okay. I would like to parry his knife again by not striking him, but by striking his hand when he's like thrusting at me, depending on how.
You would take a -3 to that parry roll.
Okay, so it would just be straight a d20 because I only get a +3 to.
Yep.
Parry, because I don't want to roll with impact with a knife, because that's
not how it works.
Getting hit, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. Okay, so I want to do that, and then if successful, I'll do another thing. But I just want to try to get out of the way. 17 naturally with no bonuses.
17 is not enough because he has bonuses and rolled a 15, but they're good bonuses.
Fuck, really?
He rakes the dagger into your arm.
Fuck.
You take one. You only take 6 SDC as the dagger glows green for some stupid reason.
Dumb bullshit special effects nonsense. I take how much? 6?
6, but you're starting to feel a little more tired than you did before.
All right. You have armor. You have the leather jacket.
Yeah, you got your leather jacket.
Oh, you know what? I have been for I'll take the 6 away from that. So that'll be 14. So it jams in. Most of it gets caught in the leather jacket. And which arm did he stab?
Your whatever arm you have forward. So your knife arm.
My right arm. Okay. So he stabbed me in the forearm, and it's with his arm, and he jammed it into me. So what I want to do is I want to get a hold of that knife hand with my left hand.
You're going to entangle him.
Yes.
Right.
I want to get a hold of that, and if possible, I want to. Is it like in there? Like, is the knife all like stuck in me?
It is not stuck. It is slashed.
Okay, so I want to see if I can grab his knife, and what I want to do is I want to take mine cut up and then cut along his forearm, essentially like flaying it, and then
Okay.
get to the bicep. And yeah, I don't want to get too detailed. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
No,
getting
it's
like
also because you're
actual
hitting-
knife combat.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
So, but that's what I
think
want to
give
try to do.
knife training.
So,
All right, so that will actually be like 2 separate attacks. One to entangle and then another to cut. So
is this something that he would know? I'm doing stuff that I know, but
yeah,
in my
no,
brain,
your
I just
guy
jumped
has
to that.
MMA training, and
Okay,
I believe he has
was
weapon proficiency in knife.
okay. Okay, so
Yeah,
you want me to roll?
he has knife training.
Cool. So I will roll with my knife. What did you say to roll for? I'm sorry.
Strike. Oh, this is an entangle, so not lose the bonus to knife for the entangle because you're trying to grab him with your hand.
Okay, so just roll a d20.
Yep.
All right.
Damn, rolling terribly.
A natural 20.
Okay, so you
But no bonuses.
You
And I don't know
absolutely
his
entangle his arms and get the knife in there. I'm not even going to make you roll the other roll. So make a do your knife damage and then double it, which is 2d4 plus 2,
Yes, it is.
as you are strong.
Boop, boop, boopity, boop, boop. A 4?
Uh-huh.
A 4? I'm not kidding.
Max
this
damage.
is good. This is so good. I
And
got
it-
a natural 20 and then I got max damage. And then
And
I
we'll
double
double
it.
Yeah.
16, I guess.
All right, 16.
Right?
You draw
Anything?
your knife up his arm,
Ugh.
cutting through the suit, which is a real suit, and digging into the flesh until it meets about 3/4 of the way up the arm and it hits a piece of kind of black armor. But you leave a nasty wound on his wrist, and his hand seems to go a little more limp as the black blood kind of oozes out.
Has he let go of that knife yet?
He's still holding it, but it doesn't look like he's holding it solidly.
Can
But-
my
Not yet.
does okay?
All right, Devin.
So if I'm next to my people, I would like to free my professor.
Okay. And Charlotte, would you like to work on the bonds holding Brant?
Brant.
Yes, yes.
All right, they're tied in there. It's easy enough if you have a knife.
Hatchet.
Yeah, a hatchet would actually be bad for this.
Oh.
You're gonna hurt him.
But a box cutter's enough to like.
Oh yeah, I
Pull
got
it
one of
out.
those. I got
Yeah.
one of those. So bring out the box
Yeah.
cutter.
And I think a
Evidence.
photography student pretty much always has a razor blade for.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
yeah.
how much physical film you work with, but yeah.
Yeah.
So you also have a box cutter for cutting and an X-Acto knife. So you get through. The bonds weren't heavy; they were just enough to keep kind of a 2 people tied up. Now the river is crying, or River Brant is crying, and the other river goes, "No, she can't live. I have to kill her." And that river's gonna start, and River Brant's gonna start hauling ass towards the door. And Professor Lin is kind of semi-cautious.
Can I start treating her wound at all? I have
The
first
head in the
aid.
jar looks over at you, says, "The bleeding is severe. No arteries were cut. Patient is likely to survive if medical attention is delivered. She's going to need stitches." The head, the embalmed head just told you that.
Who and what are you?
They call me Gary.
As I know I have 2 actions, so I'm starting to get out my kit, and my other is to ask that.
Gotcha. I was once Cone Mayor.
Corn.
Cohen Mayor.
Cohen,
Coenmair. Now, I am the light. A name said with derision.
Have I heard this name before?
No. Well, give me a history. Give me a history roll.
I have history and mythology.
Yeah, give me actually a mythology roll.
Oops.
Give yourself an extra 10%.
Ew, 77. Yeah.
All right. So you don't know that name off the top of your head, but you remember it to Google it later. I'm assuming you don't have a 70% mythology, right?
No,
Okay.
normally 30.
Oh, okay, so yeah, this is pretty arcane stuff, literally.
I want to chase after River.
That river is, well, you're standing next to the Michelle, can Devin give me a first aid or paramedic check real quick?
Yeah. Which one's higher? So first aid. Oh yeah, going with that first aid. 28 under 61.
Okay, so you don't have time to do stitches, but you do know keep pressure on it and get this person to safety is probably your best priority.
Okay.
All right. George, you are standing next to the paper mache jogger.
Oh, I want to grab her and throw her into the mirrored floor.
All right. Make an attack roll.
13.
What is your strength?
20.
I rolled a 1. Of course I did. And you are actually the strongest person here, I believe. Though this feels, you try to just brute force it, and the jogger does not move. Until you hook the ankle and make the jogger fall into the pool, essentially. You were never going to win that fight in strength alone.
Right.
So you needed to, apply leverage. The jogger falls into the pool. And as it does, it hits the bottom of the pool, which shimmers, which shakes as though it were the surface of water. And the parts of it start melting away, as though the paper mache is dissolving. And as around the chest starts to disappear, you see the eyes and mouth of a black insect that seems to be fading into the pool itself.
Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin. You dirty son of a bitch.
Y'all need to roll better when it matters. You'll get more info.
I'm definitely missing something here. Out of character.
It was the insect things. Insect things with the
Wasps build their nests out of paper mache practically.
Yes.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it about
Yeah.
10 minutes ago. I remembered what you said earlier, and I was like, no, you didn't.
Now,
wasp people
the
look
like
wasps, talk like people.
sorry. Let me clear my head. All right, let me call it that. There we go. All right, Charlotte, what are you doing? You have freed the one person.
How close am I to the head?
It's about 5-6 feet away from you, and the guy in a black suit is very focused on Raymond right now.
It's giving me the penance stare.
So, could I attempt to run up and grab the head and book it for the door?
There is nothing stopping you from that.
You just want to
That
take
didn't-
it? You just
Yeah, I'm
wanna
gonna take
it?
it and run.
Take the
Mine.
football.
I mean, evidence of the paranormal. There it is.
There it is.
You do that. You run basically all the way to the door where the river has started. The river that came with you jumped on Brant and is trying to like mash her into the floor, but it is an equal fight. It's like they're perfectly matched.
Oh, I thought she ran away.
She ran towards the door, but the other
Okay.
river
Cut her.
intercepted her, tackled her, and they are fighting on the ground. It's intense, but you're not sure which way it's going to go.
Oh, I see. Brent was the one that ran.
They rolled the same number. Yes, Brett. God, I picked the worst name for that. Brant was the tied up person who ran for the door, and River is trying to stop her. Now at the door is still the child. All right. Ray.
Yeah.
The man in front of you drops the knife into his other hand,
Fuck, I was afraid he was gonna do that. He's good.
and is going to headbutt you
Ow.
Oh,
in your recently busted nose.
Great.
So make a. Are you trying to dodge it, or make a roll with impact? Honestly, because I don't know that you can dodge because you're grappling.
I feel like
You'd have to give
we're
up the grapple.
I feel like that makes more sense to roll with impact. So because I see him coming, right?
Yeah,
Obviously he's right in front of me. I get a +5 to that. 15 plus 5, 20.
All right. So you only take. His blood is up.
What
He's
does
not
that
holding
even
back.
mean?
Okay, so instead of taking 15, you take 7.
Not bad.
7 to your SDC.
Yeah, my armor's not gonna take that though because it's to my face.
He then starts chanting under his breath, and his hands start to glow. Both of them. Now, the hand touching you starts to glow, but it's much, much dimmer than the hand that's not touching you, which is now the one that's holding a knife and the one you're holding. So, sorry.
Oh.
One of his hands has a knife, one of them you're holding onto. The one you're holding onto doesn't glow much, but the one that is in the other hand is glowing an immense amount.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Sorry, I have to cross some numbers off. All right.
how close is he to the pool?
You're both really kind of on the edge of it.
Okay, so he basically just switched to his left hand and then headbutted me in the face, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to because he switched hands and I'm not ready for that. I'm gonna back up and readjust. Is there a way in this game to essentially like hold action or something, or like react to what they're gonna do and
You can
then
choose
take
to
my
do
turn on that?
nothing until they act. And then you may respond like with a simultaneous attack or with
I think that's what I'm gonna have to do because right now I'm thinking that I'm knife fighting, and like that sucks. Like knife fighting knives are terrible. So I'm like fuck. I'm probably there's always a good chance you're gonna die in a knife fight, but I'm doing pretty well because I just filleted his arm. Does he seem to be reacting to the pain at all?
some.
Okay,
Less
so
than
I think
you'd
that he's on
Um.
drugs of some kind, which is not good because then he doesn't feel anything. So that means I have to kill him. So I'm gonna
Clearly.
wait for him to come at me again. I'm gonna back
Gangbangers
up.
on PCP, yes.
Essentially, so
Uh,
I'm gonna wait for him to try to attack me, and then I am gonna do my best to absolutely just really lethally kill him.
Gotcha.
So have I stabilized Professor?
Next is
Lane?
Devin. You've kind of got a bandage applied, and next to you is Charlotte, who just grabbed the jar and ran for the door. Or you're not next to Charlotte. Charlotte ran for the door. You've got Professor Brant with you. She seems like if you get her standing, she might walk.
Professor Lin.
Oh, Professor Lin. Sorry.
Professor Lin. But how close am I to
The guy?
the guy?
You're behind him.
Yes. Could I? So if I've had to treat her, and
You basically
I've
have got the pressure on it so that the bleeding will be
all right.
reduced. You
So
don't
could I-
think taking a moment or two will cost her life. You think that she needs to get out of here in the next half hour.
Okay, so I can use my box cutter to start ripping up some
Yeah, you do that.
Guy.
And what
guy.
else are you doing?
Or
Oh,
your
you're
hatchet.
going
Well,
for him?
I want to, yeah, I want to use my bucks, and can start attacking. Because if I'm on there, I see some biceps, and when you shred biceps, and
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, you are
So-
behind him, so you will essentially get a free attack.
Oh, okay.
So make a d20 roll. Don't roll less than 5. Roll more than 5.
That's a 10.
That's okay. That absolutely hits him. Now roll your damage.
That's my bucks cutter, so it's 1d4.
Yep.
Oh, I got 4.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
What's your strength?
That's my PS, right?
Yeah, your PS, physical strength.
13.
Not enough to get bonus damage. Gotcha. Yeah, if it's above a 16, you get bonus damage. Now you shred right through his armor, or right through his jacket. You put a big gash in the back of his jacket, and as it hits, you hit him. But you hit some kind of. As soon as the suit is away, he doesn't scream in pain or anything. He just bucks forward a little, and you back up, and you can see, because of the amount of light in here that's flashing all over the place, his suit kind of separates, and there is like a black armor, kind of like a black chitinous armor underneath his suit. It seems to be nearly skin tight.
Almost as if it is skin.
Kid. So I noticed that the box cutters didn't really do anything to this hard.
It did do SDC damage, but it didn't like leave a big cut.
May I switch to my hatchet and try that?
Sure. Give a go with your hatchet, but he's now aware of you.
Yeah.
Is he turning to face her?
It's
Or is he
a
still focused on me?
it's
You're
a
still-
13.
Okay. He is focused on you, but it seems he has combat training.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help my friend here.
That is a 16 to parry you with the knife.
Okay.
He gets the knife in between you and him and bats your thing away. Now, when the knife kind of makes some connection with your hatchet, you see your hatchet start to get cut.
Like the metal?
Yes. There is now a gash in your hatchet.
Ooh, I don't want to
Ooh.
get cut by that. Oh boy.
You have been
Yay.
cut by that.
Oh, I thought you had some sort of magical enchantment on it now.
I mean,
Yeah.
also,
Oh god.
George,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there is the joggers now in the pool. There's the kid at the door. And there is River wrestling with her twin.
There was a table in here, right?
No, there.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, there's like beach tables, little round tables.
No, but
I'm-
what was the head resting on?
The head was on the other side of the pool, and it was resting on a table. Yeah.
Okay. Is there trying to remember? Did you say there were
There's lounge chairs. There's
lamps in here?
oil.
What-
There
what-
is lit. There is a lit oil lamp near you.
The oil lamp. Is it a fixture on the wall, or
No.
is it it's not?
The fixtures on the wall are not lit. The oil to this place has not been functioning. Like the oil line ran dry long ago, but the oil lanterns were filled recently.
So okay, I want to grab one and
What are you doing with it? Flinging it?
yeah, I'm gonna fling it at At the kid.
All right. This is a thrown object, but you're not like specifically good at throwing thrown objects. You said you do track, right?
Yep.
What events? Javelin?
Relay.
Okay. All right. Do. All right. Go ahead and make a roll to hit with no bonuses.
8.
All right. It hits the front of the child and clangs very hard. You do have +3. All right. Roll a d6. It will take bludgeoning damage and then some other.
A 3. Does my strength bonus?
Yes, your strength bonus will count on them.
8 damage.
8 damage, and the fire and heat do seem to affect it, but not very much. It basically hits the chest very hard. You see like a crumple in the chest a little bit. Because it's paper mache. You see it crumple a little bit in the chest, and then it picks it up and is going to throw it on the ground in front of itself. Can you do anything to stop that? You could probably tackle him.
So the lamp isn't broken right now.
The lamp is not broken.
Okay.
Because it hit the paper mache thing as opposed to the ground.
All right.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still intact.
Yeah, I'll try to I'll tackle him.
Gotcha. Make it go for it.
It's 8 again.
8 again. It's 3. You connect with it, and you know how to jump someone to knock them off their feet. So you knock the child back, and it flings the lantern up into the air and backwards. So it has thrown the lantern into the opposite room, but is now laying flat on the ground. Charlotte, the child blocking the door is now on the ground. You are carrying the head.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm just feel like meet everybody at the car and just leave.
What?
What is she gonna do?
She's taking the head.
Charlotte, what are you doing?
She doesn't know. She's just taking the head and trying to get out of there.
All right, see you later, Charlotte.
Brand seems to be getting an upper hand on River. They're still engaged in like a basically grab fight, trying to throw each other into the floor. But Brant gets a good grabs one of the chairs and just smashes it into River's face, which
Nice.
seems to break her nose, and blood comes pouring out. Human red blood.
Oh.
Is the other River bleeding?
I mean, she looks like she's got some scratches and lacerations. It doesn't look like she's bleeding profusely. Mm-hmm. The one that was tied up is the one that's not bleeding profusely.
Yeah, okay.
The other one just got their nose smashed in.
This is like a which one is the real one situation. We're gonna have
well, they're wearing different clothes.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's gonna try to get past the kid. Ray, how many attacks do you have per melee? 5? I think gives you a boxing 5.
Is that like actions? What does that
Actions,
mean?
yeah, actions or attacks per melee. Yeah, actions per melee.
Okay.
They're the same thing. They're pretty interchangeable, but they don't have to be attacks.
Okay.
I think you have one more thing you can do. Right? Because you've done a bunch.
Who are you talking to?
Ray.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to George. Okay. Oh, I have a thing. I'm so sorry. I have a thing. Okay, so he swung at Devin with his knife. I saved a thing.
Yes.
One of my
save your
actions.
action.
I didn't use everything last time. So here's what I want to do. Since he is either kind of half turned away from me or even completely giving me back, whatever it is,
Half. You get half.
that's what I figured. The arm that he is swinging with the knife, I want to grab a hold of that.
You're
And I'm
holding.
just-
Oh, you backed off. That's right.
I backed away from him and I let go of that hand because that hand was useless now to me. So what I'm going to do, because I want the danger hand in my hands, otherwise, So I want to get a hold of that arm, tuck myself in, and throw him to the ground with an arm throw. So just like boom, and like a judo throw kind of,
Gotcha.
slamming him to the
You
ground.
do have hand-to-hand martial arts.
Yep, and I want to stay tight to him with that blade hand in my hand.
Yeah.
And I want to wrap him up in an arm bar,
All right,
which means
that's
I'll be laying
a
on the
lot.
ground
So-
with him.
Basically, first give me the attack roll to get his other arm.
Okay. Oh man. All right. We're gonna break it down like that.
Yeah, you're trying to use 5 actions when you've got 5 total.
it
You're trying on your fifth
all
action.
just it all goes, you know.
I
all
know
goes
you're
into
trying to
each
make
other.
it flow, but that's the thing.
That's
It's a
it's,
system.
you want me to roll like punch?
Yes, just
Okay. That was I'm sorry. It landed on top of my other ones. And 9.
with unnatural speed. He sidesteps you entirely. And you are now directly in front of him, looking into the pool.
Like his back is to the pool.
Your front is to the pool. He is directly behind you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now, you have a weird memory. You remember your babysitter that one time got super mad at you. When you made Yo-Yo so mad that she basically just yelled at you, and you felt terrible about it because you said some things that you didn't think were as hurtful as they were, and she took them real bad. You saw her face the maddest you've ever seen her. And now you're looking into the pool, and it looks like she's running at you.
I think that would distract him. I like
No.
as in the moment as
You-
I am. I think that
you-
would really like.
You see that, yeah. You kind of takes you for a moment. The man behind you pushes you slightly, and you start to lean forward. Give me a
Roll with
percentile. We'll call it a sense of balance.
Oh, okay. We'll do. Is that's 100? You want me to do?
Yeah, give me 100 and roll under 60.
No, 79. Damn, I thought it was 90 something, and then I was like, oh no, I got it wrong.
90
79.
something is worse.
Yeah, that's 79 though. Is what it was. Still bad.
He looks all right. So you start to lean forward. I'll tell you where that goes in a second. Devin, he looks at you and his eyes flares again. And he says, "You, give me a save versus magic."
Do I even have a
Probably not.
no? No. And that's a 4.
All right, you are just stopped and frozen in your tracks. He then is going to just pick you up and hold you over the pool with his knife, leaning out. George, you are on the other side of the pool. You're very far away. You're about 50 feet away. You're fast, but you're not sure if you're that fast.
all right.
Do you have any actions left? I think you had 5 as well.
Yes, I have 5. I can't remember.
So you got like 1.
Yeah, but I think yeah. Let's go with just 1. Can I run towards Raymond and try to like, catch him?
Before he
Before
falls in
he-
the pool.
Yeah.
Give me a, I'd say it's a body block / tackle thing. Make an attack roll. Don't roll super low.
16.
Okay. If you had rolled under 5, things could have gone terribly. 16, you reach out and you grab the back of his jacket before he falls into the pool. Let's see. Charlotte, you're making your way to the car. It doesn't seem to be anything in your way.
Okay.
Is the head like talking?
Do
We don't
you
know.
ask the head anything? Do you say anything, I should say?
I think actually when she gets, she like when it seems like she's somewhat safe, she'll stop and ask the head, "What the hell is going on here?"
The prince wants to open the passage again. The passage is young and does not know.
What? The prince?
The Prince Ling, not full prince. I have been instructed to call it prince. It is not yet a prince.
Why were you referring to the passage like it's a person?
The passage is a sentient connection.
Wait, are my friends supposed to be the passage?
No, the passage is the pool.
The pool's sentient.
No, the passage is sentient.
Okay, but the pool is the passage, right?
The pool is the beginning of the passage.
Beginning
The
of the
patches,
passage.
the passage goes elsewhere. It is all points between those two dots.
Okay, where does this passage lead to?
I did not get an opportunity to ask. Other places. The prince
Okay.
talked of the third world.
Third world.
It did not seem to be implying a region on this dimension. At this point, as Raymond is pulled back, and the princeling, we'll call it, is holding Devin over the pool, something comes charging out of the pool. It is, in fact, your old babysitter, Yolanda. Except she looks kind of shiny. And her arms look to be made of solid glass.
Oh my god, I love it! I love it! I love it!
She comes through, doesn't seem to recognize you, doesn't make eye contact with you, is completely focused on this thing, and punches the princeling square in the face with a solid piece of glass. Like, her arm is a solid piece of glass. Just punches it right in the face, and it leans back, and Devin gets knocked to the ground. And she says, "I'll hold him here. Run!"
Devin, let's go! I want to go get the teacher and pick up the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is River still fighting Other River? Because I'll fucking
Other
kick
River
that
is
Other River
still
in the
there
face.
crying with her nose bleeding. Can't really see because of the blood and tears. But
Wait,
is making pitiful noises.
And is there any indication that she's like? Well, she was trying to kill the Other River, right?
Yeah.
All right. So and we saw that. I saw her trying to kill the Other River.
It was pretty obvious, yeah. She
Then-
also said she has to die. Yeah.
As I run to get the teacher, I just fucking kick her in the face. I'm like, "Poof."
Do you kick her into the pool?
Yeah, fuck her. She's the worst. Kick her right in the. I'll fucking just Muay Thai roundhouse kick her in the head into the fucking pool. Horrible homicidal.
This empty pool with a mirrored bottom, she hits the bottom and it ripples once, goes still, and she is fallen through it.
Oh, fuck you and your weird cult. I want to pick up our teacher and fucking start running with the professor.
Free falling.
As you all run out of there, you can hear the sounds of cursing in Spanish and and like a sword fight is happening between glass arms and a magic knife.
As soon as we're out, I am gonna try to go back in because I need to help Yolanda.
You hear the sound as you're running out. You hear the sound of shattered glass, of glass shattering. And as soon as you get back downstairs, there's nothing in that room.
What?
There's everything in that room that you left. The mirror pool is gone. All the people are gone. There is still torches or still lanterns. There's still candles.
Blood and everything?
There's still blood, but no one is
Okay.
in that room.
Well, his knife,
Gone.
broken glass.
Gone. Oh, you do find some chips of broken clear glass,
from Yolanda.
potentially.
I want to pick up a piece and I put it in my pocket.
Okay. It is
And I just-
smooth. It is smooth, but sharp.
Mm-hmm. I just look at the pool and then I just kind of. And I want to go back up. Fuck. I'll tell her.
As you gather back at the car, I was gonna say Callie, but that was a girl I knew in college. It's not Cassie, is it? Charlotte. No, it was a C name. Charlotte. You had another moment with I was like, no, Callie was the girl I knew in high school or in college that you basically described when you said what your character looked like. You have time for like one more question before anyone gets near.
Okay. What are you?
I'm the head. I am the spirit of Cohen, Maine. Do you take possession?
Yes.
There is an immense glowing from the thing, and you hear, in your head, the magic. As this night progresses, the magic will fade. I will still be with you when I can. But the magic is leaving. Should you have questions, I will answer them to the best of my ability. I'm merely a ghost, bound to do one thing.
And what's that?
Remember. And then you hear it kind of fade out as it says that. You are now holding what appears to be an innate head in a jar.
Super illegal. Super illegal. So unbelievably illegal.
I think she's just gonna stand there in shock, kind of weirded out, like immensely weirded out until everybody shows up, and then she'll kind of like, oh, what, what's going on? Is everybody okay?
Oh, there was one thing left in that room.
Yes.
It was the professor's purse.
I'll grab it for her just because I feel like Ray's that kind of guy where he's like, oh, here, she forgot her shit. So I'll grab her shit.
It's also where her car keys are.
Oh, we have our car. Yeah.
All right, so cut to a little bit later.
How, Kevin? How's the ride home? Is it quiet?
You are still
are we
there
all
at
just-
the moment. You're still there at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Though, Devin, you have gotten a chance to kind of put in some stitches that should hold for like long enough to go seek real medical treatment. And the professor is awake again. She seems groggy. Devin is also there, and she just can't stop crying. Or not Devin. River cannot stop crying.
Are you our river?
That guy, like, what is this? Some Us shit? Like, oh, that movie doesn't come out for a couple of years. What
No.
the fuck was that?
Yeah.
fucking love that movie.
I don't know. Was that you? It seemed like you.
What? I've been down there for like a day.
What? Hell, what
She,
about Professor
she
Lin?
really looked like you.
Professor Lin came later with the other one. It said it needed to kill me within 2 days.
They wanted to take you over? Like pod people?
I don't know. Some Twilight Zone shit? I don't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't know about this place. What the fuck was all of that?
I don't know. Charlotte, did you learn anything from the head?
Um. Something about a princeling and a passage that he wanted to open. Apparently, the passage was sentient. The pool was the beginning of the passage, but not the passage itself. It was kind of confusing.
Sounds confusing.
Is the head still talking?
No. I don't know, it just seems to be a head now.
Isn't that illegal?
Probably.
Super illegal.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. I know. Maybe I
Okay,
could.
so you being a pre-med student, in this area,
Yeah.
you've probably gone to the Meter Museum of Medical
Yes.
Oddities. So anything you would have learned there as Michelle, because did you go there when you were in Philly? No?
No.
It's really awesome and terrible.
Yeah, it's a wild place.
I-
Very
Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting.
Super
stuff.
interesting.
Yeah.
The world's largest colon. They've the skeleton of a like the world's tallest man at the time who donated his body to science, that kind of thing. All kinds of things in jars.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's probably illegal to have this, but like, what are you gonna do?
I mean, we could leave it here.
Leave it.
Yeah.
You feel well.
Nope.
You
Your
feel like leaving
fingerprints
it
are on
here
it.
might not be good either, because then someone
Yeah.
else can come along and
Yeah.
claim it.
Mm.
Charlotte, you feel a little bit of custodial responsibility.
Do you think we could get away with just hiding it in the car until we find a better place for it?
Yeah. I mean, it's Halloween. We can sell it off
Yeah.
as a prop right now.
Yep.
You know, they could
Okay.
do all that type
Yeah.
of stuff.
Just
Yeah.
hide in plain sight for now.
Yeah.
All right. So as the night settles, you're all driving basically to a dock in a box.
But when the
Uh,
signal is good enough, I'll Google
Cone, Maine.
Cone, Maine. Yeah.
Cone, Maine was a Gnostic monk, a Christian Gnostic monk in the 1300s, who was known for his mysticism and strange theories that got him excommunicated before he was beheaded by the church.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. I'm just playing with the piece of glass in the back of the car. Just like looking at it.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking probably River drove the professor to the hospital and stuff. And
Oh, River's probably in no condition to drive for a bit.
okay. So
but they're not going to a hospital. They're going to go to a basically dock in a box and say there was an accident, because how the hell do they explain any of that?
okay. Yeah.
Like, River doesn't exactly trust the police because South Jersey cops.
Yeah.
They're terrible sometimes. And also, you tell them this story, they're just gonna think you're insane.
Yeah. So Devin's going to do what she can, and then get them. Yeah.
Yeah. River takes a moment. Okay, she's all right. They'll tell them that they were carving pumpkins or something, and like,
That's
what are they
good.
gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
But as you all get back into the car, you can drive away. And let's see. You're in New Jersey driving north up 295. Well, to the soundtrack of Born to Run as the as anyone does anyone have anything to add before the camera zooms out on the car driving towards the sign for Garden State University?
George is gonna start typing up a post for Reddit/paranormal.
That's good. That's good.
Devin would have also have patched up Ray and wanted to make sure, like, if Ray needed.
Ray's cuts are like if they were done with a scalpel. Like, they seem to be surgical cuts, like that weird knife delivered surgical cuts, and you got a terrible feeling that one time it almost got you. So, but it didn't seem to do anything special to Ray.
Yeah. It's,
He doesn't. He like probably doesn't even notice. He's just looking at this piece of glass. Like he's letting you sew up his arm, but he's just like fucking in his own head. That was a lot. Thanks.
maybe, yeah. No, you need to tell me if you feel woozy or anything. We don't know if that thing was poisoned. Maybe-
That was Leolanda.
you knew her?
I never got to tell her I was sorry. She was my babysitter. I thought that story was bullshit.
The woman that came through the pool was your babysitter?
Yeah.
What?
What was that? What was that?
The head pipes up. The mirror wall. And with that, we fade out.
Oh,
God.
good one. Listen to me.
Uh.
The reason I was saying you son of a bitch, Kevin, is when you said that their faces melt and then there's the like bug faces. The first thing I thought of were the little bug people that carried away the boxes on the train.
Different bugs.
Oh, okay.
Those things are different.
They had like
Yeah.
gaping faces too. I guess these ones
Yeah.
didn't.
These
But
had
that
no.
was the first. That was the first thing I thought of. But the fucking Yolanda. What?
Yeah,
What?
Other worlds.
Awesome.
Oh
That was
my-
awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks for letting me fillet his arm, Kevin. I appreciate it.
No problem.
That was
Oh,
good stuff.
God. Boss.
My plan was to throw him to get him in the arm throw, clinch his arm, put him in an arm bar, and while I'm sure struggle to break his arm because I'm sure it's inhumanly strong, I was just gonna tell Michelle like hit him in the head, just fucking start chopping his head off with an axe. I'm like fuck.
No, the longer he stood by that pool, the more powerful he got. It was not good for y'all.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks. I was planning on pushing him in at one point.
That was a way to go.
Would that have gotten rid of him, or would he have been like, I'm a god now, and like rose to become the worst?
Hard to say what he would have done with his magics.
Ooh, I hate it.
Um,
Ooh, I
oh,
do hate
boy.
it. That was good.
Wow.
Good.
That was good. That was good.
So is that's based in our world, right? Where there is no magic, and then essentially that was like a rift?
Yes and no.
There's the mirror wall. Does that have something to do with Nightbane? Or rifts?
I'm not going to tell you
Why?
because they're the same thing.
Oh.
That would be plot.
Though I know which book you'd go to look up either thing. So yeah.
But we both know that I won't look up at
Yeah, you won't look up either
book.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Armor Lord. I appreciate you. And you our Armor Lord knows exactly what I'm doing.
Armor Lord knows all the lore too. Armor Lord knows
That's always fun
exactly
for
what
me.
the fuck is up. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
That was good
So
shit. That
yeah.
was cool. That was
Thank
cool.
you all for joining us on this Halloween adventure. I hope it was spooky enough.
It got pretty spooky pretty fast.
Yeah.
Once I pushed that kid, I was like, whatever. When I pushed the kid's face in, I was like, what the fuck? That was fucked up.
Strong as hell, but still made a paper mache.
That was good.
All right. So thank you everybody for joining us. Let's go around and give our outros so that we can let you know where to find us. And let's start with Nerdy Teddy.
Hey everybody, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. Find some links for stuff like in my itch page there. Otherwise, you can find me in the Nerds with Dice Discord and here on the channel for the rest of the week ish, except for Sunday. Tomorrow night, you can join us. I'll be in chat and stuff as we watch the Addams Family 2019.
I've heard that's really fun.
I have seen it already. It is fun.
All right. And up next is Raymond with Evan Jennings.
Hello, everybody. I am Evan Jennings. This was awesome, Kevin. I had a good time. You can find me on Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter and Zombie Love Juice on Instagram. You can see some of my art on Art of Zombie Love Juice. I gotta update that. And I run an evil campaign on a YouTube channel called Beyond EMH, which I have a whole bunch of stuff with my friends. But there's my D&D game where my friends are the worst monstrosities, and you can watch them be evil and kill lots of people and eat people and stuff, and it's fun.
All right. Up next is Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. You can find me on Twitter at Shell_game.
That's what I
Right now I have this going. The McGardia show's on hiatus, as is Waverly right now. So yeah, you can find me here, and then if I end up doing other things, I'll post it on Twitter and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go to bed after this. Maybe.
Maybe you want
Try.
something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us people. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Ting.
Ting, you can find me on Twitch, Ting_Tut, TING_TUT. There it has links to my other social media, Twitter, Instagram, itch.io. I stream at odd hours. So this week is it's gonna be pretty busy for me. Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be playing in a Call of Cthulhu one shot on the All Nerds Here channel, and then Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on Dicey Amazons playing a Fate Core one shot. That's also spoopy horror themed. And yep, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. My name's Kevin. I've been your GM. Kevin Bisonic Kevin on the Twitter, where I will basically repost cool things and occasionally comment about riffs. I put in our Discord, I put a picture of one of the bug things. It is a creepy picture. I have spoilered it, so you must click on it to see it. But it is in the Discord under Riffs
Oh,
on the Nerds with Dice Discord. And so thank you for joining us. As always, if you're looking for knitwear patterns or yarn, go to lattesandllamas.com for some amazing yarn work and related things. And I think that's all from me. So, oh no, that's right. This November, I'm going to be running a game of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for Nerds with Dice as part of the Dumpstack Charisma. What is it called? Oh my god, I'm blanking. Extra Life Drive. And I'm gonna have some great players. I'm super excited about the weird mutants we've built. I'm running TMNT. It'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
So,
is
and
it
that's on.
your own adventure or running a module?
I'm going to write my own stuff for this. So, I've previously run Gone or Truckin' Turtles
Truckin'?
and Turtles Go Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so
I'm
good, buddy.
considering one of the others, but we'll see. It'll probably end up being my own. But yeah, so join us for that. All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for watching. We are going to raid Interpoint Station. They are playing Lancer, I believe.
Cool.
Oh,
Yes, they are playing Lancer, so enjoy some Big Macs and make sure you're loud in the chat when you get there and let them know that we are raiding. See you next time.
Come
Bye.
on.
Go vote.
Bye.
Go vote.
Go vote.
Go.